Hello. Before I resume for today's newspaper, I just wanted to know if you have any doubts for yesterday's newspaper, the articles which I've asked you to read. So I hope and expect that all of you are reading the newspaper regularly on daily basis. So any doubts, Sonali, for yesterday's newspaper? No doubts from yesterday's newspaper? Okay. So let's start for today's newspaper. Can you all see the screen and is it visible for all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, chalo. So standoff which is going on between India and China at the LAC, it is increasing, it is escalating. Earlier there was standoff going on only in the Galwan Valley. Now got extended to the Pongsong Lake. Now today it is again at the Mukpari, northwest of Rezhangla. So first time in 45 years, shots fired at along LAC. So in last 45 years, when both India and China have tried to create a mechanism to dispute the border between, to resolve the border dispute between India and Pakistan, sorry, India and China, both the countries have created a mechanism to avoid such type of firings at the border. But now, for the first time in last 30 years, we can see that the fires have been shot at LAC as troops foil China's bid to take a key height. So army rejects PLA's claim, says Chinese fired in the air after closing in on Indian Pobo position. So both China as well as Indian troops are trying to take the control and take the position of the disputed regions. So when India was trying to take position or take what you can say the control, the height, how what you can say one of the important what you can say the peak, then Chinese have fired the shot. So that is what is explained here. So just read it out. Our External Affairs Minister Jaishankar has arrived in Moscow to have a meeting on in the SC, and also it is expected that both India's External Affairs Minister and the Chinese External Affairs Minister, they are going to conduct a meeting in the Moscow. So preparing for Moscow, Delhi, Beijing work hotlines to dial down tensions. So how we can what you can say reduce the tension. Both Moscow, that is China, and Delhi, and as well as Beijing, that is Russia, India, and China, all they are trying to what you can say talk with each other to reduce this escalation. Right hand side, there is one article related to the Sushant Singh murder case. Ria has been arrested. NCB says she got Rajput drugs for consumption. So that is what is explained here. Rajput procured, paid for drugs NCB. So Sushant Rajput has procured and paid for the drugs, but she got it from what you can say from the people who were involved in the drug trafficking. So Ria Chakraborty has been arrested, but she has been arrested for not for murder or not for what you can say the suicide attempt case, but she has been arrested for the drug trafficking case, that is Narcotics Control Bureau, that is the NCB, on Tuesday arrested actor Ria Chakraborty on charges of procuring drugs along with Sushant Singh Rajput and paying for the same. So both Ria Chakraborty as well as the Sushant Singh Rajput were using drugs. That is what is the accusation of the National what do you consider the control sorry Narcotics Control Bureau. Left hand side, there is one important news related to the economy of India, that is money market stabilizes. So can anybody tell me what is money market in basics of economy? We have already discussed about it. So the money market has been stabilized. So anyone knows what is the meaning of money market?
Sir, I think it is share market.
No, share market is different and money market is different. Yes, it is related to financial market, Omar. Share
Yes,
market,
financial.
yeah, share market where the people tries to purchase the equities or shares of the company, where what you can say the money goes to the company and share goes to the people. But in money market, there is actually selling and buying of the money, short-term investment. You know, if the borrowing is for the short term, that is below, I guess, below 1 year, that is 364 days का अगर borrowing होता है तो that is called as money market. So short term requirement के लिए जो borrow किया जाता है from the companies and by the government as well, these are called as money market. So the money market has become stabilized now, because in last 4-5 months money market was destabilized, and NBFC fundraising is up 15 points in last 4 months. So we can see that NBFC, which also plays a very important role in the optimum utilization of the capital resources of the country, along with bank, NBFC also plays a very important role. And we can see that in last 3-4 years, NBFCs are also in stress. They are not able to raise the capital to give the loan to the people. Now they are trying to raise the capital through money market, and that is why NBFC's fundraising is up by 15 times in 4 months, right? So do you remember when I was discussing the basic difference between the banks and NBFCs? What is the basic difference between banks and NBFC? Can anybody explain me from those who have attended my basic economic class? So what is the difference between NBFC and bank?
सर बैंक को डिपॉजिट लेने के लिए अलाउ किया जाता है, वही एनबीएफसी को नहीं किया जाता है सर. इट इज बेसिक डिफरेंस.
Yes, so because of this what happens कि बैंक जो भी लोन देती है, whatever the loan is given by the banks, they give it from the deposits which they are getting it from the people. But in NBFC they have to raise their own fund, right? They cannot take a deposit from the people, so they were not in a position to raise their fund because of the instability in the money market. And since now there is a stability in the money market, now NBFC can raise the fund, and that is up 15 times in 4 months. That is what is explained here. So 15 गुना ये fundraising बढ़ा है. So it is a good sign, but again not enough. That is what is explained here. So because we see that in last few days there are certain NBFCs which were under the stress. So now recovery of the NBFCs is possible by increasing the fundraising. That is explained here. So in an indication of stabilizing financing condition, fundraising by non-banking financial companies, that is NBFCs, in the short-term money market has risen nearly 15 times over the last, over the last 4 months. That is what is explained here. So NBFCs raised 63,677 crore rupees in August, and that is what is explained here. So issuance of commercial paper. So underline this commercial paper, you need to know what is the meaning of commercial paper. So in money market, you can raise money through commercial papers. So can anybody tell me what is commercial paper? Anyone knows what is commercial paper?
So I think these are the paper issued by the company, and this is basically for short term, like maturity less than 1 year, maybe like 364 days or less than that, and issued by the companies, and whereas treasury bills are issued by the government.
Very good.
But I think commercial bills are issued by the company.
Yeah, perfect, Omar. So you are right that commercial papers are the papers which are issued by the private companies or private corporations. When they borrow money from the people, then they issue the commercial paper. But when government borrows the money, what it is called? जब government borrow करता है और उसके बदले में जो paper देता है, उसको क्या कहा जाता है?
Treasury bills. Treasury bills.
Yes, treasury bills, as well as they are also called as government bonds or sovereign bonds. Right? Government securities and bonds. The bonds which are issued by the government, they are called as treasury bills. But along with this, there is one more term used for that. That is called as government bonds and securities or sovereign bonds. Right? So the commercial paper has been raised, that issued by the NBFCs to raise 63,000 crore rupees, a dramatic increase from 4,275 crore that they raised in April. So obviously now people are apart from that, housing finance companies also raised over 4 times the funds they did in April, and over the same period fundraising by financial institutions more than doubled. So it is a good sign that people are investing in such type of companies, and obviously it is a good indication that Indian economy is recovering. Obviously the financial market is, what you can say, working well. So any market-wide challenges related to financing as well as subsequent stability are manifested first in the short-term money market. So obviously, अगर short-term money market में अगर stabilization होता है, then obviously it will lead to stabilization in the financial market or long-term market as well. So a CP, it is mentioned here, a commercial paper is an unsecured money market instrument that can be issued for maturity periods ranging from 7 days to a year. So that is explained here. So the increasing risk appetite of mutual funds, improved systematic liquidity and reduction in interest rates, and the restarting of the economic activity compared to the March-April freeze are understood to be major reason for the pickup in funding. So that is a good sign. That is what is explained here. Thank you. So greater risk appetite of mutual funds, more liquidity in the system, lower interest rates have allowed NBFCs to raise funds from money market at a record pace in August. This indicates emerging stability in the funding market for top firms, but NBFCs argue they need more options to raise long-term funds to ensure credit expansion. So credit expansion, we can see that in last few days, there is decrease in the credit expansion, there is decrease in the credit creation. So why credit creation is required for the economy or for the economic growth of the country?
Because the money that they are getting and they are taking from the public, and they are also lending to some infrastructure work, some other work. So that is basically the work of NBFCs. So for that they need credit, and if there will be no credit, so they cannot lend this money.
Fine. So credit creation means what? If more people are taking credit from the bank, if the more people are taking loan from the bank, why it is a good sign? Because if people are more taking loans, it means they are going to start some or other economic activity. And if they start some other economic activity, it may be manufacturing or it may be consumption. हो सकता है वो चाहे वो consumption के लिए ले रहे हो या हो सकता है वो कोई प्रोडक्शन करने के लिए लो, बट इन बोथ द केसेस द जीडीपी में इंक्रीज, राइट? सो क्रेडिट क्रिएशन इज अगेन वन ऑफ द इंपॉर्टेंट ड्राइविंग फैक्टर फॉर द ग्रोथ ऑफ द इकोनॉमी. तो जितना ज्यादा क्रेडिट क्रिएशन होता है उतना ज्यादा जीडीपी ग्रोथ होती है, बट प्रोवाइडेड दैट क्रेडिट और जो लोन लिया गया है इट शुड ईदर लीड टू कंजम्पशन और इट शुड लीड टू प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. एम आई राइट? चलिए, so read this article, yes, which will help us in understanding how the economic growth potential takes place. Then going to the next page, there is one more article written at the right hand side, that is a privilege motion moved against Arnab Goswami and Kangana Ranaut. So what is this privilege motion? You need to know. Monsoon session has been is going to be started. So it will be like in Maharashtra, the Maharashtra State Assembly has passed a privilege motion against Arnab Goswami and Kangana Ranaut. So what is that issue? Just read it out. Because in paper 2, there is one topic in general studies paper 2, and the topic says that privileges given to the parliamentarians, members of parliament as well as the parliament, right? If anyone is having paper 2 syllabus, just check it out. The privileges given to the parliament, there is one topic. So here you need to know what are the parliamentary privileges, and obviously if you study the parliamentary privileges, you need also know that what is privilege motion which can be passed, in which situation the privilege motions are passed in the assembly as well as in the parliament, that you need to check it out. So going to the next page. Yesterday we have seen that NI has arrested Kabir Kalamanch artist. So NI arrests third KMM artist, that is KKM artist, that is Kabir Kalamanch artist, says all in contact with absconding Maoist leaders. So Jyoti Japtak, then Sagar Gokhale and Ramesh Gaichor are these three workers of the Kabir Kalamanch have been arrested by the National Investigating Agency by the charge of having link with the Naxalites, what you can say, the leaders in India. So read this article to understand what is the issue. There have been some issues related to the changes made in the NIA recently, National Investigation Agency का जो act है उसमें there were some changes made. So वो भी आपको देखना है. All of you today will go what is NIA, sorry, what is NIA, that you will see, and what are the mandate given to the NIA, and what are the recent changes made into the powers of the NIA, that is National Investigating Agency, and what are the issues related to the National Investigating Agency, that you need to go and check it out today, which will be helpful for you in mains topic. So in Nagpur, the collector also, what you can say, become positive COVID-19. So the number of the cases are rising. It has almost reached 1 lakh cases per day in India, and also the death have also been reached to 1,000 deaths every day. Here there is one article about the CAG. Can anybody tell me what is CAG?
Comptroller Auditor General.
So what is its job?
He audits the accounts of the government.
Which government? Union government or state government or both?
Both, sir.
Both, right? So CAG has submitted a report related to one important scheme run by the Maharashtra government, and that scheme is called as Jalyukt Shivar scheme, which was actually a scheme to increase the irrigation. Pareen, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you please mute yourself, Pareen?
Yes, sir.
Pareen, please mute yourself. I am getting background noise from your end. Okay. So this scheme, which was started by the government, Maharashtra government, which is called a Jalyukt Shivar Yojana, which was actually a scheme targeted at increasing the irrigation infrastructure in the rural areas. So despite spending around 9674 crore, Jalyukt Shivar scheme had a little impact. That is what the CAG report has given here. So just read it out, how the CAG report are created, CAG report कैसे बनाते हैं, क्या करते हैं, वो समझ में आ जाएगा after reading this article. PM Kisan norms eased for COVID. Tamil Nadu probes 110 crore fraud and 18 jail. So recently the government has started PM Kisan card. So this is a scheme. Paper 2, there is one topic called various welfare schemes of the government and issues related to the design and implementation. So PM Kisan is one such issue, one such scheme which was started by government. So prelims mein I am expecting a questions on the Pradhan Mantri Kisan norms. So all of you can, what you can say, check this out. Fine. Jaishankar meets Iran counterpart, that is Iran's external affairs minister, discusses Chabhar and Afghanistan. So read this article, cut this article and put it in paper 2 topic, international relations, especially India, Afghanistan, Iran issue. So this is a very, very important article which will help us in understanding that what are the India's interest in Iran and Afghanistan and why India is trying to build a port in Iran, that is called Chabhar port. So what is the strategic importance of this investment which is India is going to make in Iran, that will come to know. Cut this article and put it in paper 2 topic, international relations and international relations, bilateral relations, and again is in bilateral relations, India, Afghanistan and India, Iran issue. That under this heading, you should cut this article and put it in. So here there is one article which is written here explained that India's intensified diplomatic engagement with Iran has caught attention this week. But for Delhi, it was a strategic imperative. With the US sanctions hitting Iran hard, China sees a strategic opportunity in Tehran. So as the US is trying to, what you can say, trying to create more economic sanctions on Iran, China is looking to create more cozy relations with Iran. So in such situation, India needs that Delhi is determined that Iran does not fall in Beijing's sphere of influence. Because if Iran fails into the Beijing sphere of influence, then India's 3-stage nuclear power program. Do you remember 3 days back, there was an article in the Indian Express regarding the 3-stage nuclear power program. So in that 3-stage nuclear power program, we are going to procure some of the nuclear raw material from the Central Asian countries like Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Mongolia, and Kazakhstan. And Iran and Afghanistan are the ways through which we can have access to those Central Asian countries, right? So here we can see that if China becomes more closer to Tehran, that is to Iran, then obviously if Iran fails into the Beijing sphere of influence, then our interest, our strategic interest in the Central Asia may be jeopardized, and that is the reason India is trying to create good relations with Iran and as well as in Afghanistan, because we can say all the neighboring countries of India have been, what you can say, taken under control by China, which under his pearl of string, what you can say, sorry, strings of pearl theory. So even Sri Lanka, then Nepal, then Bhutan, and as well as what you can say Pakistan, all these countries have come under the influence of the China. अगर ये तेहरान that is ईरान और अफगानिस्तान, अगर ये दोनों कंट्री भी अगर चाइना के इन्फ्लुएंस में जाएंगे, then obviously India's interest in the Asia will be jeopardized, and that is why India is trying hard to maintain a good relations with Iran. So that is what is mentioned in this article. Shubhojit Roy के जो article आते हैं about the international relations, maximum questions have been asked in the past from the Shubhojit Roy's article about the international, or you can say the international relation. तो ये नाम ध्यान में रखिए, Shubhojit Roy. If his articles are there in the newspaper in Indian Express, you have to cut that article and you have to put it in your international relations topic in the what you can say in the mains topic. Got it? Any doubts about this particular issue, India, Iran, Afghanistan and China issue? कोई डाउट है इसमें? ये पढ़ लीजिए, अगर कोई डाउट है you can ask me tomorrow. I hope all of you are reading the article which I'm asking you to read it out. अगर ये रोज का रोज अगर आप पढ़ोगे ना, आपको इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस में, करंट अफेयर्स में कोई भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी if you read in newspapers regularly and every day. ठीक है? So today's editorial, reorganizing debt. So reorganizing debt, do you remember? Same इस तरीके का एक और टर्म्स न्यूज़पेपर में आ रहा था regarding the reorganization or restructuring of the assets. So actually reorganizing debt is nothing but what I can say restructuring of the asset, right? So RBI committee, yesterday only we have discussed that there is one committee set up under the chairmanship of K.V. Kamath, that how the RBI should go for what you can say restructuring of these stressed assets. So why there is a need of reorganizing the debt, and RBI committee reports is going to what we can say give some what you can say breather to the increasing NPAs and increasing stressed assets in the Indian economy. So RBI committee report strikes right balance, provides flexibility to banks and differentiate between sectors. So a specific sectors have been targeted कि इस सेक्टर में क्या होना चाहिए, इस सेक्टर में थोड़ी सी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी देनी चाहिए, थोड़े से रूल्स में रिलैक्सेशन होना चाहिए, और जिन्होंने पहले लोन लिया हुआ था और जो कोविड-19 की सिचुएशन की वजह से अगर लोन नहीं दे पा रहे थे, तो उनके लिए भी अभी क्या किया गया, देयर हैज बीन डाइल्यूशन इन द रूल्स, and that is what is actually called as reorganization of the debt, or that is what is called as restructuring of the debt. So in order to ease the financial stress of cash trapped businesses and individual during the lockdown period, the Reserve Bank of India in the last week of March has provided a 3-month moratorium for installment of all term loans. This facility was thereafter extended till the end of the August, but with continuing economic stress and precarious finances, especially of firms in the high contract service sector, the RBI has now allowed banks the option of restructuring loans of financially stressed firms. The expert committee appointed by the central bank to formalize the framework of restructuring these loans has now provided the finer details of dealing with the stressed loans across 26 sectors. But while there is no clarity on how many of the stressed borrowers will ultimately opt for the restructuring of their loans, data released by banks during their quarterly results revealed that as economic activity picked up, the number of the borrowers availing the moratorium had begun to fall. The scale of the problem is daunting. According to the committee report, 72% of the banking sector debt to industry has been impacted by COVID-19. Of this, loans worth rupees 22.2 lakh crores were under the stress even before the pandemic. So while another $15.5 trillion, or you can say the loans, have been impacted by the pandemic. So even before the pandemic, 22.2 lakh crore was what you can say the stressed assets, but obviously during the pandemic it has again increased. So the expert committee has favored more flexible approach in dealing with the restructuring this time around, differentiating between the financial metrics across various sectors and giving banks the freedom to choose which accounts to restructure. The threshold of the indicators that have been chosen by the committee, a combination of debt and liquidity measures, vary across sectors. The parameters and the conditions imposed while appearing relaxed to the health stressed companies seem to stringent in weeding out companies in precarious position prior to the pandemic. However, it is possible that some of the thresholds are too high for companies in particularly stressed sectors such as aviation to meet. Means aviation sector are in trouble after the pandemic, because in last 7-8 months the aviation sector has been completely shut down. Further adopting indicators like debt EBITDA, that is earning before interest, tax, depreciation and amortization in the framework, a departure from the past exercises implies that highly leveraged companies are unlikely to take advantage of this facility. The Indian experience with the restructuring schemes post the global financial crisis of 2008 has raised concern this time around too, because even after the restructuring, many companies are not what you can say not uh, uh, in favor, or they normally don't go for restructuring. However, laying down the clear entry timelines on which loan accounts are eligible for this scheme can help limit restructuring to those firms whose financial position has been affected by the pandemic. Further, ensuring high provisioning norms as well as offering the option of reversing the provisions provided the borrower has paid a significant part of loan could de-incentivize banks from misusing the restructuring scheme to keep their balance sheet clean. Stringent checks are needed if the problems of extend and pretend that had plagued the earlier restructuring schemes are to be avoided. So that is what is explained here. कि पहले वाला जो restructuring जो scheme था, there were no clear cut guidelines, there were no clear cut differentiation कि किस sector में restructuring होना चाहिए और किसको देना चाहिए और किसको नहीं देना चाहिए. So this time the report has been clearly what you can say strike a right balance. It has also differentiated the between sectors, that which sector should be given a restructuring and which sector should not be given restructuring. So that is all mentioned in this article. So you need to understand the problems and challenges of the restructuring in restructuring of the loans, because you can they have given an experience that even in 2019 when there was economic crisis, there were financial crisis all over the world. Similar such type of restructuring have been what you can say carried by the RBI, but people have not given good response, or the companies have not given good response for the restructuring. So by considering that experience, this time RBI has given a clear cut definition and clear cut what you can say the specification that which sector should be given restructuring and which sector should not be given restructuring, and also the banks have been given freedom that to decide whether to restructure that loan or it should not be done. So this is again a very good initiative taken by the government for restructuring of the loans. Any doubts about this particular article which is mentioned about the restructuring of the assets or restructuring of the bad loans by the RBI as well as by the bank? Any doubts about it?
No, sir.
Check. Now going to the next, amending to destroy. So proposed 20th amendment campaign to undo the 30th are worrying portents in the future in Sri Lanka. So there is amendment is going to be there in the Sri Lanka. Then obviously why we need to worry what is happening in Sri Lanka? Can anybody tell me why we need to study what is happening in Sri Lanka? Is there any topic in paper 2 international relations related to what is happening in the neighboring countries? Do we need to keep
Sir.
eye on that?
सर प्रेसिडेंट की पावर को डिमिनिश किया जा रहा है सर इस अमेंडमेंट पहले ऑलरेडी किया गया था, लेकिन वापस से वो अमेंडमेंट को कैंसिल किया जा रहा है उनकी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से.
तो व्हाई वी नीड टू स्टडी व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन श्रीलंका? हमको क्या करना है श्रीलंका में, क्या चल रहा है?
नेबरिंग कंट्रीज तमिल
issues regarding Tamil people, sir.
Okay, ठीक है. So we have some interest in Tamil Nadu, right? One important interest is that many Tamilians live in Sri Lanka, but again these are Tamilian Sri Lankans. They are not Indian Tamilians, they are Sri Lankan Tamilians. And since we have a good what I can say Tamil Nadu is again one of the important state in India, so Tamilians have sympathy towards the Sinhalese Tamilians or Sri Lankan Tamilians. ठीक है. उसके अलावा एक और चीज important है, why need to worry about what you can say the paper, why need to worry about the what is happening in Sri Lanka? Because there is one topic in the paper 2 that is called as India's relationship with our neighborhood country, but at the same time there is one more topic called policies and politics in developed and developing countries and its impact on India's interest. If any policies or politics in our neighboring countries as well as in some other countries also, if it is going to have any impact on India's interest, then we need to focus on. This is the second point why we need to, what you can say, focus on, because this topic is given into the syllabus, right? Now, secondly, there is one more important point that what we mean, why we need to focus more on what is happening in the Sri Lanka, because agar hamara neighbor stable hai, agar if there is peace in the neighboring country, then obviously there will be peace in India. So peaceful neighborhood is always better. समझ में आ गया? पाकिस्तान भी स्टेबल होना चाहिए, बांग्लादेश भी स्टेबल होना चाहिए, श्रीलंका भी स्टेबल होना चाहिए, बिकॉज अगर हमारे नेबर स्टेबल रहेंगे तो इंडिया भी स्टेबल रहेगा. Otherwise, neighboring countries में अगर कुछ issues होंगे, then obviously it will have some repercussions on India's, what you can say, the stability as well. Got it? So that's why we need
Yes.
to study.
Sir, I think also like maritime security, because we have so many union territories there, and Sri Lanka is nearby to that Indian Ocean.
Yes. Very good.
I think that might be the reason.
Yeah, that is also reason. That is what I'm saying ना, कि अगर हमारा जो नेबर है वो अगर मतलब पीसफुल रहेगा तो हमें कुछ तकलीफ नहीं होगी. नहीं तो ये तो क्या हो जाता है कि हमारे अगर नेबर है उनके घर में अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रही है तो इनडायरेक्टली उसका इम्पैक्ट हम पे भी होता है. So that's why we need to keep watch what is happening, what political what you can say the developments are going on in the neighboring country, whether it is Nepal or whether it is Bangladesh or whether it is Sri Lanka or whether it is Pakistan or whether it is China, that we need to focus more on. Because समझ में आ गया? Because वहां का अगर political changes अगर कुछ हो जाते हैं तो obviously relations पे भी उसका impact होता है. So that is what is what you can say mentioned. That why you need to cut this article, read this article, and put it in paper 2. Topic: India's neighborhood relations. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Chalo. Going to the next article. Right hand side there is one article about the RBI government tango. So RBI and government always, what you can say, have clashes with each other. So do you remember yesterday I have given one question for writing an answer for mails, and that statement said that proper coordination between RBI's monetary policy and government fiscal policy is required for the economic growth of the country, and we were supposed to comment on it, right? So today again the similar type of, what you can say, the statement is given here that a coordinated in equilibrium strategy is the most effective policy response in the pandemic. That is what is explained here. Article is written by Soumya Kanti Ghosh and Bikramjit Chaudhary. So you need to remember that how RBI as well as government, RBI's monetary policy and government's fiscal policy should go hand in hand to, what we can say, impact on the inflation and as well as on the growth of the country. That is what is all explained here. So read this article. Right hand side, sorry, below there is one more article about the farmers up the garden path. So they are paying more even under schemes meant for their benefit. So Ajay Veer Jakar has written an article. So what are the problem of the Indian farmers? That is what is explained here. So just read this article in paper 2. There is a topic called issues related to MSP, issues related to agricultural farming, issues related to price of the agricultural produce. All these things are there. So you will get some points in that paper 3 topic, farmers related issues in paper 3 topic. So farmers are paying more even under the scheme meant for their benefit. So which are those schemes which are meant for the benefits of the farmers? You need to go and check it out here. So it will be useful for both prelims as well as mains. So right hand side there is one more article written by Shailendra Raj Mehta, A Shrinking China. It is a state staring at population crisis. Communist Party has sought to cover up by obfuscating census data. So China's sex ratio at birth and overall sex part to India. Here you can see that population of the China is declining here. So shrinking means shrinking in terms of not GDP, shrinking in terms of the population. That is what is explained here. So India का GDP shrink हो रहा है, population बढ़ता जा रहा है. China का GDP बढ़ता जा रहा है और population shrink होता जा रहा है. So what is the problem of China? That is explained here. So just read it out. As I told you कि हमारे neighborhood में क्या हो रहा है हमको पता होना चाहिए. So read this article to just to know what is happening in China, especially about the population structure of the China. That-hand side, there is one more article about written by Nagendra Nath Sinha, larger and better. Consolidation of land holding has been uneven across states. Larger holdings will facilitate infrastructure investment in rural areas. So can anybody tell me this article will be useful in which topic of UPSC mains syllabus? Is there any topic related to this particular issue about the land holdings in India? What do you think in India,
sir.
in India, the per capita land holding is high or the per capita land holding is low?
So,
It is low, right? So in paper 1, there is one topic called, in paper 1 or paper 2, I don't remember, but there is one topic called land reforms.
paper 2.
Paper 3, sir.
Paper 3.
Paper short 3, yes.
Yes, land reform is the topic.
Yes.
Land reform. So questions have been asked in the past in the UPSC mains exam about the issues of the land reforms in India. So land reforms politically also we study that the Schedule 9 has been created to give solution to the land reforms in India. But in spite of many reforms made in the land holdings and land institution, land as an institution, so there are certain problems and there are certain issues also in India. That is what is explained here, that consolidation of land holdings has been uneven across the state because land is, which subject, can anybody tell me? Land ये कौन से subject में आता है? Union subject or state subject or concurrent subject? In which list it is?
Sir, state.
Yes. So obviously state wise, the policies related to the land consolidation and the land reforms has been unevenly, what you can say, the distributed. So larger holdings will facilitate infrastructure investment in rural areas. That is what is explained here. Because what is happening that since because of the low per capita land holding, suppose if any company wants to buy a land, then obviously they have to deal with 100 people. If there is a consolidation of the land, if the land is owned by few people, then obviously it will speed up the process of land acquisition. It will speed up the, what you can say, the it will facilitate the infrastructure project and investment in rural areas. That is what Nagendra Nath Sinha is saying. So read this article, cut this article and put it in paper 3. Topic 1 is land reforms, as well as there is one more important topic that is called as mobilization of the resources. So land is again one of the important resource, and we need to know how to mobilize land as a resource in a proper way. So those two topics, one is mobilization of the resource, that is land as a resource, and as well as land reforms, which is there in paper 3 topic. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So going to the next article, age isn't just a number. Inadequate medical care, lack of social support is testing resilience of elderly. So elderly people, we can say there is in COVID-19, elderly people are dying more. So वो बूढ़े हैं इसलिए वो नहीं मर पा रहे हैं, मतलब they are not dying. They are dying because not because they are old. They are dying because of inadequate medical care, lack of social support, and testing resilience of elderly. So that is what is mentioned, written by Anuradha Mascarenhas. So read this article, which will help us in understanding the problems of health sector in India. Fine. Okay, going to the next page, explain page, how steroids act in COVID cases. So steroids have been used by many, what you can say, the doctors during these COVID cases. So how they act, that is what is explained here. So just read it out. What are corticosteroids? What is the newly published meta-analysis report? What is the finding of this analysis? What are the WHO guidelines? And what is the India's clinical management protocol on corticosteroids? So question can be asked in the prelims exam. Corticosteroids examples पूछ सकते हैं, जैसे हमने याद है, जैसे हमने साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के कुछ क्वेश्चन देखे थे जहां पर कुछ नाम्स दिए गए थे, नेम्स ऑफ द केमिकल्स, तो हो सकता है they may give you the names of some corticosteroids which were recently seen in the news. What they are, question can be asked in the prelims exam. So you need to go and check it out, the examples of the corticosteroids and why these corticosteroids in the news, and what are the protocols which need to be followed while using the such type of corticosteroids, that you need to read it out.
Sir, is it important for men's?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It will be useful only for prelims. That's why I said, like, you need to be clear, you need to have a very complete clarity that this will be useful, important for prelims, and this will be important for mains. So I don't think there will be any specific questions related to corticosteroids. But overall, if you want, like overall, अगर कोई topic आता है related to the health issues or the drugs issues in India, then you can give a reference to this corticosteroids. But I don't think there will be any specific questions related to the corticosteroids. Fine. Check it.
Yes, sir.
Why, who asks for question R depends on who is in opposition. So fact check, paper 2 topic, parliamentary functions of the parliament, that is what is explained here. So who asks for question R depends on who is in opposition, that is explained here. So just read all these articles. Then going to the next page. इसको पढ़ना है और पढ़कर इसको कट करना है, और पेपर 2 का जो टॉपिक है फंक्शन ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट, उसमें आपको ऐड करना है इसको पार्लियामेंट्री फंक्शन में. Then going to the next page, the economics page, I'll directly go. Slump in growth starts showing. The growth have been, what you can say, showing. About 21 million salaried jobs lost in April and August. So 21 million salaried jobs have been lost. So unemployment rate rises to 8.35% in August from 7.4% in previous month. CMEI report. So I'm expecting a question on this CMEI report. Question आ सकता है कि अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रिलेटेड से जो रिपोर्ट है, जो CMEI जो रिपोर्ट जो पब्लिश करता है, ये कौन से मिनिस्ट्री के अंडर है, CMEI क्या है, ये क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम में. दैट यू नीड टू नो. So Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, that is called as CMEI report, and how it derives its data, that you need to check it out. So it will be useful for both mains as well as prelims. In mains, there is one topic called employment in paper 3. So there you can use this article. Clear? So read this article, cut this article, put it in paper 3 topic employment. Okay, 2020-21 GDP, Fitch, Indra, Goldman Sachs. ये क्या है? What are these? Anyone knows? What are these? Fitch, INDRA and Goldman Sachs. ये क्या होते हैं? सबको पता है? Question पूछा जा सकता है. Recently, Fitch, Indra, Goldman Sachs, which has been seen in the news. What are these? ये question पूछा जा सकता है. So these are actually the credit rating agencies which forecast the GDP growth. So they cut the forecast further. So उनका जो forecasting था कि इंडिया का GDP growth rate कितना होने वाला है 2021 में, they have further cut their forecast, peak contraction at double digits. So उनका जो contraction as per these credit rating agencies, the contraction of the Indian economy is going to be double digits. So read this article. World economy will contract by 4.4%, and obviously an Indian economy will be contracted by double digit. That is what majority of the credit rating agencies are, what you can say, forecasting. Higher ease of doing business ranking need not lead to greater investment. So recently the government is claiming that our ease of doing business ranking is increasing, but it doesn't mean that higher ease of doing business will lead to greater investment. So in spite of ease of doing business, the investment is not coming in India. So what is the problem that is explained here? So higher ranking in the ease of doing business does not necessarily lead to greater investment, said the CARE ratings report. So condition for new investment, availability of labor, then infrastructure and finances. Why is this important? That is also explained. A case study has also been given here. So opportunity present in and relatively new states have been explained here. So just read this article to understand. Now here you can see overall FDI rises 10% in financial year 20, but money coming from Cayman Islands jumps by 305%. So Cayman Islands, why this Cayman Island is an issue? Money coming from Cayman Island is issue. Anyone knows what is Cayman Islands and why it is an issue? Yes, Ghulam Mustafa, बताइए. Hello, am I audible to you,
सर
Mustafa?
मुझे सर डाउट है सर, डाउट पूछना था.
बोलो.
मुझे सर वो केस स्टडीज क्या होता है सर, मतलब अभी क्या
केस स्टडीज मतलब एग्जांपल्स होते हैं, एक किसी पर्टिकुलर एक स्टेट का एग्जांपल दिया. यस, कैन एनीबॉडी टेल मी व्हाई द जंप of investment which is coming from Cayman Islands by 305% is a cause of concern. FDI rises, but maximum investment is coming from Cayman Islands. तो यहाँ पर दिया हुआ there are some countries name Singapore, Mauritius, Netherlands, Cayman Islands. So these are the islands from which like maximum जो इंडिया में जो investment आता है that comes from the Singapore. So anyone knows recently मैंने discuss किया था some current issues. Cayman Islands, Mauritius and Netherlands are known for treaty shopping and they are known for rerouting of the investment. अगर ये आपको ये नहीं पता है what is rerouting of the investment and what is treaty shopping, अगर नहीं पता है तो आज आपको जाकर देखना है prelims में. In prelims exam I am expecting a question on this particular concept of rerouting of the investment and treaty shopping, because India do have a double taxation avoidance treaty with these countries, that is Singapore, Mauritius, Netherlands and Cayman Islands, and maximum investment which is coming from these islands, they are an attempt to invade the taxes. So that is why even though the investment which is coming to India from these countries, it may be a possibility of rerouting of the investment. Rerouting of the investment मतलब क्या कि इंडिया से पहले सिंगापुर में चला जाता है, फिर सिंगापुर से वापस इंडिया में आता है. बिकॉज सिंगापुर में अगर आप कोई कंपनी ओपन करोगे तो वहां पर आपको टैक्स पे करने की जरूरत नहीं है. तो मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द टाइम्स व्हाट हैपेंस कि मेनी इंडियंस they open their company, they start their company in Singapore or Cayman Islands and then they invested in India, so to avoid the taxes. So that is what you can say the cause of worry. If the FDI is coming from Cayman Islands, it should what you can say the cause of concern. So आज आपको जाकर देखना है what is treaty shopping and what is Cayman Islands. Sorry, what is the rerouting of the investment. ठीक है? So this is all for today's newspaper analysis. There is one more article written by the technology holds key scale up use for solar energy. So solar energy को बढ़ाने के लिए technology बहुत important है, ऐसे प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने कहा है. So read this article to understand the issues related to the renewable energy resources in the country. So we'll stop it here today. Tomorrow we'll continue with the newspaper analysis again. ठीक है? So those who are preparing for the 2020 exam, so I'm going to take a revision plan and also I'm going to discuss about the government schemes at 9 p.m. today. So all of you, please, all of those who are attempting this year's exam, this will be a very important session for you, which will help you in understanding what to study in government scheme. So please join at 9 p.m. session today. Fine. So I'm ending it this session now. We will continue. Yes, Sana, bolo.
Sir, T-bills means?
Treasury bills. गवर्नमेंट जो सिक्योरिटीज एंड बॉन्ड जो इशू करता है उसको टी बिल्स कहा जाता है. टी बिल्स इज शॉर्ट फॉर्म फॉर ट्रेजरी बिल्स.
ठीक है सर. थैंक यू.
थैंक यू.